Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody is having a splendid day today. I just wanted to just wanted to tell you to give you some things. I haven't been started recently. Yeah, I just started my job several weekends ago. You know, I'm very happy for myself because I started learning new things, how to you know getting to know the situations are that you need to make sure that you're on time, clocking in, you know giving me the opportunity to advancing in at another level. you know because we all because we all know that the world is never, it's going to end sometime, you know but I'm going to keep push my limits in, because I'm not going anywhere, you know so because they taught me how to use the radio, write a, a a voucher ticket for the for those customers, because some customers don't have their credit card or cash because they forgot to bring it from home, but but you know even though I did the right thing, and God is very proud of me, for being honest and truthful, you know. Because let me tell you something. People, people are very friendly, that you have great communication, with your new people, they'll always, like to see you, you know, get, try and just, try to, get more helps on the way, you know. Even though sometimes, you know, there might be a misunderstanding, you know, when times are too hard for me, even though I can't, that I cannot take the risk for that, you know, because, because even though when I'm not busy doing on a daily basis, I have to go with my mother to the doctor, especially throughout the Monday, so even though my mom's legs are just hurting pretty bad, so we have to go to the clinic, because our doctors are there to, check on her, hope to see if she's all right for this time. So hopefully, I'm hoping everything's just gonna be fine in the future. So let's hope everything works out. Indeed, So, but yeah, you know, and then the next day, I have to watch my dog, take her out to go for a walk, and because when it's not raining throughout the day, I would happy to take our dog to go to the park, especially in the afternoon time, So, because, when I'm not busy either, so, yeah. Because when I don't have time, to do, because every Thursday or Friday, I have to, iron my pants ready to look good and professional, clean, so we can be there on time, all right. And because I'm mostly happy that I'm taking this easily one day at a time, and we all gotta correct our mistakes, even though if I didn't do absolutely nothing wrong about it, so I'm glad God took care of me, and he said to me, I'm glad you're doing the right thing, so sometimes you just gotta push yourself forward, some people they're having a bad day, because they're not deciding where they want to go, or where they want to park at some places, and because I work both 8 hours of shift. I was like, man, it's crazy out here. It's crazy for me, to be working those long shifts, but that's great, I'm very happy for myself, telling all my folks out there, and saying, you have you have great enthusiasm with you, because you come here to learn, you come here to prepare, to make good money of that. And you're gonna have a great relationship in the future, no, I don't know when is the time and the place to to prepare myself for a better world to live in, you know, we're gonna keep working hard like that, you know. Well, and you know, for the past, you know, as I told you all, for the past month, you know, I had nothing to do. You know, there was nothing wrong, you know, with my kidneys, you know, and everything, you know, like that, you know. So, but you know, I'm thankfully okay, you know, because God is our healer, you know, He's our provider, you know. He's gonna cure everybody, you know, when they are sick, taking care of their families or loved ones, you know, who are there to support them, you know. So mostly because once a customer told me, and she said, you know, I lost my ticket, you know, I need help, you know, because putting it all in, because their parents aren't there, you know, but I'm pretty happy, we all work this out together, try to get everything resolved, before their parents come back from another country, so yeah. Well, anyways, because today, I will be, watching a movie that I bought yesterday, so I will be talking about that, throughout this time being, so I cannot wait for that, okay? So, yeah. Anyway, as I said, I'm pretty much going, I'm pretty happy, we got the time clock machine that it's working out functionally, trying to learn more all about it, okay? Trying, keeping you safe and warm out there, because, I don't know what tomorrow it will be, because it's going to be raining out here. Because, the weather, it gets too hot, and it's very unsupportive out here, I woke up this morning to put my sunscreen on, because, man, I need my body to stay protected all day, So, yeah, it's very important that you put your sunscreen on. Make sure that you drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, and stay active for the rest of the day today. All right. So, yeah, well, and, to my Spanish speakers, to all my Spanish speaking customers, yeah, I translated for them, because they don't understand what they're saying, I always call customer service, help them translate to see what's the issue from them, that they needed to get everything resolved, what is going on, But mostly I'll be translating for them in Spanish, you know, throughout the process, you know. So and I will be there to support them also, you know. And just because, you know, I'm bilingual, you know, because remember, it's just stronger than words will, stronger than words are just putting you into a different mindset. Okay? Yeah. All right, guys. I just wanted to say thank you very much for everything today. You know, I had to, you know, I have some time to, you know, get something, you know, off my chest. You know, what life, what was going on throughout my life. You know, everything. You know, helping to, you know, just to make sure that I'm ready to go back this weekend, you know, so we can, you know, start all over, you know. Okay. All right. So I hope you all have a happy Thursday, you know, because, you know, I'm not too far away from here, you know, so because even though the next time when I get up from this bed, I'm gonna just gonna be walking towards the bayou. I don't need to pay by any means of necessary. You know, I can still live up to that, you know. Okay. All right. So have a blessed day, you know. Keep up the great work, and, you know, continue to do a good job, you know. Don't let yourself down, and keep it up. All right. Thank you. Have a blessed day, and I cannot wait to see you soon. And thank you, and Godspeed.